It's time to forget about the good, the bad, and the ugly from the regular season because it's all in the rearview mirror. The only thing coming into focus now is the quest for a state championship. The three-time defending state champion Lady Gators of Sanamaw host the Southside Lady Sharks in the second round of the playoffs, live from Clark Lambert Field, exclusively on the REV Game of the Week.
It all began in 1935, a new era in telecommunications, right here in Southeast Louisiana, born from the ambitions of several local families, with a clear vision and outlook focused on the future, connecting people across 10 parishes, one household at a time, powering an internet superhighway from the bayou to the river, built to deliver the speed and reliability every customer needs. We are REV, 90 years of building connections.
Chris's Specialty Foods has you covered for tailgating this season. We do all the prep work so you can spend time enjoying your family and friends. Steaks, burgers, sausage, chicken, wild game, and many other great pork options. Our central location is now open on Wax Road behind the Walmart. And the new Highland location serves hot lunches and has a meeting space for your work team. New Orleans and Millerville are rocking as well. It's fast, affordable, and delicious. It's Chris's Specialty Foods.
Everybody loves Chris's.
BT Chapman and AJ Pickett with Advantage Therapy are honored and excited to team up with Sanamaw High School Athletics. At Advantage Therapy, we are dedicated to helping our patients regain the highest possible functional status through one-on-one patient care. Advantage Therapy has spent nearly 2 decades providing both outpatient orthopedic physical therapy and occupational therapy to the people of Ascension and surrounding parishes. From all of us at Advantage Therapy, go Gators! From jambalaya, pastalaya, and gumbo to daily lunch specials, Pot and Paddle Jambalaya Kitchen has Cajun dishes to satisfy your hunger. Pot and Paddle has 3 locations to serve you, including the one on Cabela's Parkway in Gonzales, Jefferson Highway near Bluebonnet in Baton Rouge, and Jubin Crossing in Denham Springs. You can dine in, carry out, or let them do the catering for an office get-together or tailgating at the big game. And don't forget about their delicious daily lunch specials. You can check out their specials and more on the web at potandpaddle.com.
Technology, a modern blessing, but a curse when issues arise. Your business systems should enhance your operations, not complicate them. REV Business is your human touch in the digital world, with personal support and meaningful solutions to your real-world challenges. We are a local team who will do whatever it takes to keep you up and running for internet, hosted phone, and security. Experience the difference of working with REV Business. 90 years of connecting Louisiana.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Clark Lambert Field on the campus of Sanamaw High School. I'm Jimmy Frederick, along with my broadcast partner, Joleigh Hartman. Joleigh, we are set for the second round playoff game between the number 4 seeded Sanamaw Lady Gators and the number 13 seeded Lady Sharks of Southside out of Youngsville, Louisiana. Start time a little bit later than we expected. We were planning on starting about an hour and a half ago, but of course the weather came in, lightning and thunder, and so we pushed things back a little bit. It is 78 degrees as we speak, and the wind is blowing from right to left. And, Joleigh, we have got a great softball rematch from playoffs from last year.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Southside came here last year in the semifinals and played the Lady Gators. And as we know that outcome, the Lady Gators came off victorious and then defended, a state championship. And as you can see, Division I 9-select regional round, here are the team resumes. So number 4, Sanamaw Lady Gators, their record 21-9. They are the co-district champs of 5-5A, and they went 9-3. So with that 4 seed, they got to have the first round district bye. And then number 13, Southside Lady Sharks, their record is 22-10, and they were 4-3 in District 3 5A, and they defeated Ouachita 10-0 in the bi-district, which is the first round. So as we can see, last year they played each other in the semifinals, and Sanamaw came victorious on that one, and that was a score of 8-3.
Talk about our coaches. We've got 2 very well. I say we have one very experienced coach, and we have a younger coach in the Southside Lady Sharks. Of course, it is Paige Hulan, and she is in her 2nd season, and they have done a tremendous job again with everything that they have done. Paige is 43 and 18 in her career. She started off as an assistant in Clinton, Mississippi, and then moved over an assistant to Acadiana, and that's where we stand with her. And, of course, there you see her right there. She is getting ready with her team to play a very important regional round of the playoffs. And, of course, for the Santa Maria Lady Gators, it's Amy Petrie. You see her coming to the plate right now, and she's in her 9th year.
Yeah, just overall 230 wins, 36 loss, and 1 tie. In district play, she is 58-6, and in playoffs, she is 24-3. And, that is just a testament of what Coach Amy, as a veteran coach, has done for, her career as a head coach in softball.
We've got some pretty good softball, not just here in Santa Maria, but also around the state for our regional round pairings today. We've got number 16, Natchitoches Central, is playing number 1, Sam Houston, and Sam Houston, by all accounts, is an absolute, just a hard team to deal with, a very, very good number 1 seed. Number 9, West Monroe, is at number 8, Live Oak. East Ascension playing as we speak against number 5, Hahnville. Last we heard, it was 4-4 in the top of the 7th, actually. So that's a tight one. If East Ascension were to win that game against Hahnville, they might be playing Santa Maria on Friday or Saturday. Of course, Santa Maria has to do what they need to do as well. And number 14, Central, is at Dutchtown. They just got underway a little while ago. Number 11, Ouachita, is at number 6, Airline. Number 10, Sulphur, at number 7, Walker. And number 15, Destrehan, is at number 2, Benton. So we've got a lot of 5A teams in the second round of the playoffs, which is a testament to the strength of this district here in Ascension and in Livingston Parish.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we covered a few games here for REV, and we saw all district as just a dogfight to try to get in the top 10 seeds.
You see the meeting on the meeting at the plate there, and our referees will talk to referees. Our umpires will tell you their names in just a second. But our keys to victory for the Lady Sharks, they need to play clean in the field. Of course, no errors. And one thing that Coach Hewland talked to me about was stressing that they have to believe. They've got to go out there and know that they can knock off the champs. They've got 4 freshmen in the starting lineup, along with 4 seniors and a junior. So they're a young squad. And then for the Lady Gators, be aggressive at the plate. You talked about it in the game against Dutchtown a week ago. And the other thing that they did not do against Dutchtown, or they did do against Dutchtown, they put every leadoff hitter on base in every inning, and they can't do that if they're going to win this game tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Just looking at Southside and seeing that they have 4 freshmen, that means that the rest of the team was here last year in the semifinals. So bring back that, loss, what you felt in that, and bring that into this game. Believing that you can knock off the champs. Believing is everything, but doing the action is actually going to, make it, for them. And something Southside just needs to see is, they played, the same kind of games that Santa Maria played, just continue to do what they're doing, the small ball and things like that. And for Santa Maria, getting the bat off their shoulders very quickly, making a statement and coming out here and showing them why, there are 9 state championship banners out there flying, and Santa Maria, kind of always comes through the playoffs no matter how their record is or anything else. So this is something that's going to be really fun to watch tonight.
Well, they had a really good regular season at 21-9, but they lost their last 2 regular season games, which I think was a wake-up call to this Lady Gator squad, and that's something that Coach Amy Petrie talked with you about, and very, very important that they do their jobs tonight and win this game. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. There's no other games after this one if you lose.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a do or die. There is no tomorrow, so you got to go out.
We're going to hand it over to our PA announcer and our starting lineups and the national anthem.
Welcome to Clark Lambert Field for today's Division I second round of playoffs. You're visiting Lady Sharks from Southside and your Lady Gators. Your Lady Sharks starting lineup. Leading off, playing shortstop number 3, Jenna Lacomas. Batting second, playing center field, number 2, J.C. Gary. Batting third, playing right field, number 8, Kobe Lamb. Batting fourth, playing third base, number 9, Abby Fontenot. Batting fifth, starting in the circle, number 5, Briley Level. Batting 6, playing left field, number 20, Emma Clements. Batting 7th, playing first base, number 18, Addison Sonye. Batting 8th, designated player, number 12, Allie DeVille. Batting 9th, playing second base, number 14, Annie Roy. And number 11, starting behind the plate, Elena Lemoyne. And the rest of your Lady Sharks. And for your Lady Gators, number 4, Amaya Franklin. Number 7, Kai Gotro. 00, Paige Stevens. Number 11, Jimmy Gyro. Number 12, Lauren Allen. Number 13, Amari Long. Number 18, Katie Landry. Number 19, Devin Tanner. Number 21, Brentley Burke. Number 25, Kendall Landry. Number 27, Kaylee Rockequick. Number 34, Brady Baker. Number 35, Ava Bicknair. And for your starting lineup, leading off, playing shortstop, number 1, Bailey Ducote. Playing center field, batting second, number 37, Riley Moran. Batting third, playing first base, number 6, Kelly Mesh. Batting fourth, behind the plate, number 8, Brooke Rabelais. Batting fifth, playing third base, number 10, Olivia Johnson. Batting sixth, starting in the circle, number 24, Briley Decato. Batting seventh, playing left field, number 2, Kinley Trish. Batting eighth, designated player, number 36, Hudson Bowler. Batting ninth, playing second base, number 3, Riley Causey. And flex player, number 15, Madeline Stevens. You Lady Gators are coached by head coach Amy Petrie. Assistant coaches Jay Brignac, Darrell Landry, Mark Mayer, Brooke Ellisor, and George Bean. Please stand for the national anthem.
As if right on cue, the wind picks up and the flag unfurls perfectly, and we are set for the all-important second round regional game of this playoff. And here's your batting order.
Leading off for the Lady Sharks, number 3, Gina Lankis. In the second hole, number 2, J.C. Gary. Batting third, Kobe Lamb. In cleanup, number 9, Abby Fontenot. Batting fifth, number 5, Briley Lavelle. Batting sixth, number 20, Emma Clements. Batting seventh, number 18, Addison Sonye. Batting 8, number 12, Allie DeVille. And last but not least, batting 9, number 11, Annie Roy.
Playing second base, absolutely. And we're talking about our pitcher, Santa Ma's pitcher, Braley Decato. She will step on the mound. She has pitched in 77 innings. She has a 4.24 ERA. She's given up 85 hits, 63 runs, 47 of those earned. She has a 86 to 37 strikeout to base on ball ratio, and she has a 270 batting average against her. She got dinged a little bit in that Dutchtown game. She started and then was relieved in the third, but nonetheless, she's been very effective in the circle for the Lady Gators. We're set to go. It is the Lady Gators of Sanamaw, the 4 seed, hosting the number 13 Southside Lady Sharks. Stepping to the plate is Lakamus, followed by Gary and Lamb to start this game off. It's a little slapper, scooped up by Decato. Decato over to first, not in time. And one of the keys to the game is don't let your first runner of every inning get on, and they just did that right there.
Yeah,
I mean, well executed by Lady Shark.
Just looking at this replay, this beautifully bunt in between third base and right at Decato just kind of just trickles by to where Decato has to lean over and get to it, and then kind of doesn't have a great throw from that range.
Senior J.C. Gary will also square the bunt. Pull back. The runner goes to second, and she is safe as it bounces off her back. A pretty good throw that time by Rabelais, trying to get it to her shortstop, to Cody. But the throw was a little bit off that time, and they will advance the runners. And that is exactly what this young team, the Lady Sharks, need to do. Again, 4 freshmen starting. It's interesting because 4 seniors start off in the batting order. Then you've got a junior in the middle, and 4 freshmen end up in the 5 through 9 hole.
And that just shows the program and how much it's just coming every single year.
2 balls now to Gary, and that will advance on the wild pitch. Lakamus will advance to third base. So this is the trouble they got into against Dutchtown in that 6-0 loss, basically to make them co-champions instead of outright champions of 5-5A. But they've got to settle down, and Decato can do it. She's done it all season long.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just something that, they need to come together right here because, like how we said earlier in the broadcast, there is no tomorrow. So if you're already giving them in the first inning these little pieces, they're going to get comfortable in every inning. It's going to come out like this.
This will be the third pitch to Gary, and that one is 3 straight balls. So the first pitch of the game was a tap bunt to the third base side of the circle.
By Lakamus.
That's right. Yep. And then this is the fourth pitch of the game and 3 straight balls. This one will find the inside of the plate to make it 3-1. Kobe Lamb is on deck. She's also a senior playing shortstop. We'll go around the horn as soon as we get a moment for the Lady Gators. This pitch high, and we've got runners at the corners. So Gary will take a base on balls, and she's at first base. Brings up Kobe Lamb, the right fielder. So Lakamus, after the steal and then the pass ball, or wild pitch, is at third base. You've got Lamb at first on the walk. Decato's got to settle down a little bit. We know she can throw that fastball with some heat, and this is going to be a fake throw to second base, let the runner advance, but she's not going to take a chance of scoring Lakamus from third.
Yeah, great job right there by Southside because you kind of wanted that delay still to happen because then you don't want to double play, already in the first. So great job with kind of picking that play call right there by Hewland.
Still no outs. This is the third batter of the ball game. Again, we got off to a little bit of a late start because of the weather, but it looks like it's cleared out nicely. Cooled down a little bit as well, so this should be perfect weather for this second-round playoff game. Called strike on the inside corner to the left-handed batting Lamb, and it's 2-1. Decato rocks and fires, fouled back into the screen, and we're even at 2-2. Got a little bit of an update on East Ascension Hahnville EA in the top of the top of the 7th, leading 5-4. So they have battled their way. They were leading most of the game, then Hahnville's battled back. Bounces out of the mid. I kind of thought it caught a piece of the batter.
Yeah. Had to be.
Yep. Very odd sound coming off the
glove.
Off the glove, yeah. Gator will deliver. This one swung on and got her swinging the first out, and it's time to take a look at our defense for the Lady Gators.
Yeah, so in left field, you have Kinley Trish. In center field, Riley Moran. In right field, Hudson Bowler. At third base, Olivia Johnson. At shortstop, Bailey Dakota. At second, Riley Causey. At first, Kinley Mesh. And in the circle is Braylee Decato. And behind the plate, at catcher, Brooke Rattles.
You're going to get me with that Rattles.
I'm getting it. I told her I was going to do it once tonight, so I had to do
All right.
it.
Well.
Yeah. Rattling, everybody.
That's
Rattling.
right. We do know it is rattling,
yes.
but there's some inside jokes. That's right. You know,
yeah.
Joleigh is a teacher here at Santa Ma, and so called strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. This is Abby Fontenot, the shortstop. She's a senior. Check that. She is a third baseman. I can't read my own handwriting.
Same.
I'm going to have to start typing this stuff up.
Same when I went in the batting order.
This is fly ball to right center field. The catch will be made by Bowler. The run will score on the tag, and the runner will advance to third base. So we have a 1-0 ball game. A good sacrifice fly by Fontenot doing her job at the plate.
Yeah, and I'm actually going to retake that going through the defensive chart because actually in right field is Madeline Stevens.
Oh, okay.
So that is their flex, Madeline Stevens in right field for the Lady Gators.
So Stevens did her job in right field, makes the catch, gets the ball in as quickly as she can, but with the bases in softball only 60 feet, it gives them a lot of time to tag up and get down the base path. That changeup missing high. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs now.
Seeing a little different Braylee Decato right now. I think she's calmed down. You know, she has that 1 run that just came in and strikeout under her belt. So.
And this is the pitcher, Briley Lovell. Did not go around. Checked with the first base umpire. By the way, our umpires are Danny Madare at first base. Jack Young is at third. And behind the plate, Bobby Call.
That's a good last name for an umpire.
That's right, it is.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. 2's across the board. Got her swinging, and that'll do it. But not without a little damage. 1 runner left on no hits and no errors. And we head to the middle of the first inning. And it's time to take a look at our batting order for Santa Ma.
For Santa Ma, yes. So leading off is going to be number 1, Bailey Dakota. Second is going to be Riley Moran, number 37. Third is going to be number 6, Kinley Mesh. Fourth is going to be number 8, Brooke Rattles. Number 10 will be batting 5th, Olivia Johnson. Batting 6th, number 24, Braylee Decato. Batting 7th is going to be number 2, Kinley Trish. Batting 8th, number 36, Hudson Bowler. And batting 9th, number 3, Riley Causey.
The pitcher in the circle for the Lady Sharks is Briley Lovell, and she's only a freshman. She's a transfer from Houma Christian. She pitched in the state playoff as a 7th grader at Houma Christian. Came in second, or was runner-up as an 8th grader at Houma Christian, and now as a freshman.
Yep, now she's getting the starting
Starting lineup in 5-5A in Division I. And a big upset for for East Ascension as they upset Hahnville 5-4, setting up the possibility of an all-Ascension Parish quarterfinal.
Yep.
Friday or Saturday of this week.
Yeah, playing winner of this game.
That's right. So it's 1-0. The Lady Sharks do some damage, and we will have to track how well Santa Ma does of keeping that lead-off runner off the base paths. the Lady Sharks got the leadoff runner and also got her to score, so they did a great job in the top of the first. Now it's time for the Lady Gators to do what they can do at the plate, and they're very, very good at the plate. As Bailey Ducote steps up, she's batting .473. She's leading the team in batting average at 61 hits on the year.
Yeah, I absolutely love this. I'm already seeing, Bailey from the game last week to now. She has that bat off of her shoulder, and Santa Ma's going to have to be aggressive. You're already down 1-0. You got to swing the bat if you want to see tomorrow or this weekend.
That's
you know
right.
what I mean?
3 straight pitches, 3 straight balls to Ducote. Again, this is the freshman level. Got to wonder if a little bit of the nerves are affecting her, but again. she pitched in as a 7th grader and an 8th grader, so I would think the nerves are pretty calm at this moment as she gets the first strike for her effort.
Yeah, and she actually pitched the game last week in that 10-0 win against Ouachita. So she kind of has this first round under her belt. So now she's trying to take out the defending state champs. So it's kind of a little bit more nerves when you come to this place.
Yeah, no question about it. The count is run full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff batter, Bailey Ducote. Lovell has a 146 strikeout to 81 base on balls, and that will make that 82 base on balls. And so she walks the leadoff runner on.
Up to that, number 37.
And it brings up Riley Moran, who's batting .333. And she's been hit by a pitch 6 times this season. She leaves the team and hit by a pitch.
Yeah, coming from that left side, slapping sometimes. She will pull away and it just get her a top of hand or something like that. And
Runner's
already
going.
moving.
And they'll send it into center field. And luckily, their center fielder, J.C. Gary, is right there. But the throw is very high from the catcher, Elena Lemoyne. So that's something we didn't see a lot of against Dutchtown. We didn't see a lot of students. Now, also, they didn't have a ton of opportunities on the base pass, but still something that we talked with Amy Petrie about is creating that chaos when they can with their speed.
Yeah. Create it early and let them see already, this is going to be a battle. If you come to Santa Ma, you're going to have to fight for it, and that's something that Southside has already been through. They have a lot of freshmen, but majority of their team is upperclassmen, and they came here last year and felt that loss.
That 5-inning win for the Lady Sharks against Ouachita Parish. As you see, Moran squaring the bunt, pulls it back. They had an easy go of it in 5 innings, and Lovell was on the mound, as you mentioned. She had 4 strikeouts in that game and only walked 2 and only gave up 4 hits. So she is a very effective pitcher.
Yeah.
And this one will be called strike 1. 3-1 the count, still no outs, and we've just gotten underway in the bottom of the first inning. Glad you've joined us for the REV game of the week. This is an important one here in Santa Ma. Pulled back, and she'll walk 2 in a row. First 2 batters for the Lady Gators on with walks. Brings up Kinley Mesh, batting .405. She leads the team with 17 doubles. And I believe she's going to be our first right-handed batter that we're going to see, and she's a senior.
Yeah, I mean, as we are seeing right here already in the first inning, both teams on defense coming in to talk to their pitcher. It's going to be a pitching match. We know Southside can hit. Santa Ma can hit. It's going to be up to the pitchers today in this game because of already, both of them have walked 2 and have kind of set, a little disadvantage for their defense.
Well, the conditions here are a lot different than they were last week. We were here much more windy. The wind has died down completely. The flags are just dead straight down, not blowing at all at the moment. This bunt popped into the screen, and that'll be strike 1 to Kinley Mesh. Mesh trying to advance her runners and get them into scoring position.
Yeah, anyone closer to the next base is a great job putting that bunt down. You never know if a overthrow will happen, and then you score 2. So And you have wheels on the bases with all three of these if Mesh can get on first.
He was kind of 1-1, and I said she was a right-handed batter, but they're batting 3 straight lefties to start the game. Following Mesh will be Brooke Rabelais, the catcher. And again, when we get a minute, we'll go around the horn for the Lady Sharks. This one is fouled off. Mighty cut, though. If she had gotten a hold of it, she might have had her 18th double. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs. Bottom of the first inning. In the dirt.
Or
2-2.
turf.
That's right.
But I like that, in the dirt.
In the dirt.
In
I'm
the
afraid
dirt.
I can't. It's
Yeah.
dirt color.
That's the right term, Jimmy, so that was really great.
I asked Coach Ulan if they were going to have trouble going from natural fields, which is what they play on normally, to the turf. And she said, man, we love the turf. We can't wait to play on the turf. Because everything is natural. There's no bumps. There's no mounds of dirt or a clump or something like that where it can get off. It's all smooth. It rolls true. It bounces right. So they were excited to play here at Sanamon on the turf. 3 balls, 2 strikes, another full count. She's walked the first 2 batters, has our pitcher Lovell. This one's strung on and missed, and we have our first out of the inning. We'll take a look at our defense for the Lady Sharks.
Yeah, in left field, it's Emma Clements. In center field, J.C. Gary. In right field, Kobe Lamb. At third base, Abby Fontenot. At shortstop, Gina Lakamis. At second base, Annie Roy. At first base, Addison Saunier. And in the circle today, Briley Lavelle. And behind the plate, Elena Lemoyne.
Now we have our first right-handed batter, and that's going to be Brooke Rabelais. That one finds the inside corner, and all of a sudden, the freshman Lovell has settled down a little bit. Her best pitches are curveball. We haven't seen a ton of them yet, but she's got some pretty good velo. That one misses inside and low. She'll pitch it between 58 and 63 from her fastball spot. She has the full repertoire of the screwball, the riser, curveball, and changeup.
Yeah.
Boy, that's a little slow roller. Flipping it to first for the second out of the inning to get the leadoff runner. So the fielder's choice will get Ducote at third.
Yeah, and it looks like on this replay, just a little check swing like, hey, I like it, but then, oh, crap. You know what I mean? It was just not really a full swing from Brooke Rabelais.
Courtesy, number 19.
Good job for the shortstop, Lakamis, to cover as Fontenot had to come up to make that play.
Yeah, and right there coming in to pitch run for the catcher Rabelais is number 19, Devin Tanner, for the Lady Gators.
Olivia Johnson, the sophomore, steps to the plate.
Excuse me.
She bats .429. She's got 11 homers and 52 RBI. Boy, it would be big if she could knock this one a little bit over the fence.
Just a simple be ready, be aggressive.
2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning.
And don't leave runners on base.
That's right. Something they had trouble with against Dutchtown. And then again, on the following day, they lost to
John Curtis,
which is a tough one. But, again, that's called strike. But Coach Petrie said, look, we needed a wake-up call. Mm-hmm. We got it.
It's just those little things as of, being a former coach, it was just a mental thing. You know, you go for so many weeks in a row, and the district is so daunting. I mean, you're playing top 10 teams each week, so it comes to that. It comes people are getting tired, so definitely kind of just needed it to kind of look back in the mirror and go, if we really want to, do a four-peat, it has to start now.
1 ball, 2 strikes. And did she go around? Nope.
No check.
2 balls, 2 strikes now. Tentative swing that time, or not a swing. She didn't go around. She didn't swing, but thought about it, that's for sure. That was a tough take. Good bat control. Fouled back.
Staying
Hard
alive.
off the brick of the backstop. Need to manufacture a run here if at all possible. The Lady Sharks got one in the first. 2 runners on the base paths for the Lady Gators. That one is high, but not by much. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Southside fans wanted that call.
Yes. Good little contingent from Youngsville making the trip over to Gonzales, Santa Maria. I know this isn't Gonzales.
It's fine.
I'm getting punched over here.
Nope.
Ball 4. The bases are loaded. 2 outs. 3 walks in the inning for the freshman.
And this is the starting pitcher for Santa Maria. This is Brayley Decato.
Steps to the plate, batting .269 on the season. Inside, ball 1.
Pitcher versus pitcher right here.
Yep.
In the last inning, Brayley had to go against Lavelle, and then here they are again, both of them with 2 outs.
Whew, that was a zipper. That one will wake up the catcher as heard the pop from up here.
I always thought about that, like as a pitcher, and then now you're batting, and you struck out that pitcher earlier. Like, is it like a I got to get you now, like kind of type thing? Is it like
I would think so.
Okay, you're on my radar the rest of the game, you know?
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 strike, excuse me. And we're going to have the first mound visit by Coach Paige Hewlin. You've been out of the diamond. What's Coach talking about out there?
Honestly, she could be saying a few things, hitting pitches, to the pitcher, or it could just be a little settle down moment, like you know who you are, things like that, and just a reassurance. It's only the first inning. Right. There's so much more outs that they have to get, and bats to be swung. So just really just checking mental. Always got to check on young kids with their mental awareness around these days.
And we've seen it so often in baseball, softball, whatever, that a pitcher can have a rough first inning and then settle in and really do a phenomenal job the rest of the way. And that one is strike 2 with a mighty cut by Decato, but could not catch up to the fastball.
And that's something I know Coach Paige Hewlin is kind of thinking about, like, okay, I walked back and her first strike. Her first, pitch was a strike after it. She's seeing her freshman develop throughout this year, and then what she has the next 3 years.
Swung on a miss, strike 3, and they get out of the inning. Bases were loaded, so they leave 3. No hits, no errors. We will be back right after this. You are watching the REV Game of the Week.
Hi, I'm Haley Leindecker with Action Therapy and Wellness in Gonzales, and I'm here to show you some of the services we offer to help get you out of pain and back in action. Dry needling involves inserting thin, sterile needles into trigger points within muscles to release tension, reduce pain, and improve movement. It's highly effective for muscle tightness, chronic pain, and headaches. Joint manipulation. By applying a quick, controlled force to a joint, we can restore mobility, reduce stiffness, and relieve pain. Cupping therapy uses suction cups to increase blood flow, reduce muscle tension, and promote healing. With instrument-assisted soft tissue mobilization, we apply targeted pressure to break down scar tissue and speed up recovery. Action Therapy and Wellness specializes in physical therapy, sports therapy, occupational, and hand therapy. Just remember, no referrals needed. Give us a call today.
The Lady Sharks will start off with their 6, 7, and 8-hole hitters. It'll be Emma Clements, followed by Addison Saunier and Allie DeVille. And they are senior freshmen and freshmen. Check that. Clements is a junior. They have a 1-0 lead, and that was a big strikeout for Lovell to end that inning because she had bases loaded there, and it looked like it was going to be trouble.
Yeah, and it's something, too, as a freshman. As soon as they ran off, Lovell had all her teammates come to her. So, that's also a reassurance of, how this game's going to go.
Decato in the first inning struck out 2, but unfortunately gave up that little slap bunt to begin the game, and she eventually would score. Lakamis would eventually score, and that's our 1 run so far this inning, or this game. 2 pitches high, 2 balls, no strikes.
She's definitely trying to find this umpire's range because right now, you see both sides kind of like, oh, that should have been a strike, and so I think both pitchers right now are trying to find what he likes.
Put it down the pipe like that, and you're going to find it for sure. Great shot from our center field camera. Number 24, she's going to rock and fire. Strike 2 to Clements. Evens the count at 2 apiece. Man, we got a lot of cheering going on from the Lady Sharks. 3 balls, 2 strikes. What we don't have is a drummer.
Nope, not this round.
The bucket drummer is the position that I would have an opportunity possibly of securing. Although my family would say I don't have very good rhythm.
Yeah, in the great words of Chuck Sheets, more cowbells.
3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. We're at the top of the second inning. The Lady Sharks leading 1-0 over the Lady Gators. This one's going to be high. 2 innings in a row, they put the leadoff runner on. One of the key factors for the Lady Gators to win this game.
Up to bat, number 18, Addison.
Brings up Addison Saunier. She's a first baseman, and she's a freshman. Fighting from the right side. Try to slap a bunt, and it goes off the backstop.
Yeah, totally just went with that ball and angled her bat as, a lot of younger players that are playing softball, when they think of bunting, they think they're just move their arms, and your arms are supposed to stay. You're just supposed to move your knees up or down, because if your bat goes down to the ground, that's when the bunt pops up.
Called strike 0-2. Off-speed pitch. It kind of fooled her a bit. Ooh, a little low, not by much. Swung on and missed. Strike 3, gets her swinging. That's the first out of the inning, and that's her 3rd strikeout.
To bat, number 12.
So she has done a good job once she's settled in. She's got 3 strikeouts and caused Fontenot to fly out to right field. This brings up Allie DeVille, who's our designated player. She's also a freshman. She will lay down the bunt. It'll be picked up at 3rd by Johnson, and it will advance the runner. So DeVille does her job, but still we have 2 away.
And that's exactly what Coach Paige Hewlin wanted. That was a perfectly executed bunt that got that runner to second. Small ball, 2 outs. A single can score this runner at second. Any little things like that. You're not going to get by Sandoval by powerhousing it out the, park or anything like that. So you got to think small.
Annie Roy at the plate takes the first pitch for a strike. Even it up at 1-1. Scoring update, Central 1-0 in the bottom of the second over Dutchtown. We'll keep an eye on that one for you. Call, strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes to the batter. And she swings at a high one. Strikeout number 4. And we head to the middle of the second.
Yeah, and in the middle of the second, we're going to look at Santa Maria Lady Gator softball last 5 years. So 2025 is TBA, TBD, as we can see in this game right here. In 2024, they were ranked 3rd, and they were state champs. In 2023, they were ranked 1st, state champs. 2022, they were ranked 2nd, state champs. And then 2021, they were ranked 2nd and lost out in the quarterfinals. So this is something that this program is kind of, I've always kind of said that, nationally known right here from home because of the dominance that they have had in this sport since 2002. Just continuum, and then they kind of had a little spill throughout the 2010s, things like that, making it to playoffs. But these last 5 years has truly been a testament to head coach Amy Petrie and how she has developed this program into what it is today.
Without question, they have put together a great squad over the last, 9 years since she's been here.
Mm-hmm.
She has 4 total state championships. She won in 2019 as well.
Mm-hmm.
So looking to make it 5 for Amy Petrie at head coach and 4 in a row. They will start things off with the 7, 8, and 9 hitters. You've got Kinley Trish, followed by Bowler and Kylie Causey, the 9-hole hitter. Trish comes in batting .229 on the season. She's a right-handed batter.
And Trish has been big for the Lady Gators in the bottom of the lineup, keeping something going for them in these recent games. She is someone that they look forward to kind of wear a pitcher out. If she is down in count, 0-2, she is going to keep fouling them out, fouling them off. She is a fighter, and she is going to put the bat on the ball some kind of way, as we can just see on this first strike being foul.
This will be a chop swing. Picked
She
up
has
by
wheels.
Lovell, and Lovell will throw her out at first base. Good scoop that time by the first basewoman, Saunier.
And on this replay, just a little check swing. It's like, oh, okay, yep, sorry, hit the bat,
Yep.
It's like the old head coach here, Coach Scott Nielsen, used to always say, it has to be yes, yes, yes all the way through. If you even say no once, pull it back.
Hudson Saunier. No, check that. Hudson Bowler.
He was putting two different people together.
All right, I've determined that I need some reading glasses.
And I do want to give a shout out to Southside because we can actually read your numbers on the back.
Hard swing, hard off the bricks, and rolls out to second base, but foul ball.
Mm-hmm. In the last few weeks, those numbers were so little or dark colors. I mean, you can always see the yellow and the black for Santa Maria, but Southside, I thought it would be a little smaller, but you can see them.
Ooh, fastball. Zips past Bowler. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the freshman designated player, and this one will be a chopper to second base, scooped by Roy, and Roy throws her out. So two up, 2 down so far, and we bring up Kylie Causey in the 9-hole spot.
Up to bat, number 3, Riley Causey.
2 outs. The left-handed batter will step into the batter's box. And I will tell you, Lovell has definitely settled in. That one was a little bit high on the riser, but she is throwing with some velocity.
Yeah, Causey right here has been very smart for the Gators. She has definitely been that one that can just put a bunt down and outrun it.
She bats .389 from the 9-hole spot, which is a little bit unusual.
Mm-hmm.
She wanted to take that bunt, but misses it, and it's strike. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Pulls back very quickly. Great eye right there by Riley Causey. No runners on the bags either, so Riley Causey is just up here for STA.
Got to get something going here in the bottom of the second, and this was a little bit outside. 3 balls, 1 strike to the batter, Causey. Lovell rocks and fires, off-speed pitch, fouled off down the third base line. Full count now to the batter, Causey.
There it is. So a walk right there for the Lady Gators.
That's the 4th walk of the game for Lovell. And just like that, Kylie Causey's on at first. And we go back to the top of the order with Bailey Decato, followed by, well, Riley Moran if we get there.
Yeah. So it's already, you have somebody like Riley Causey that can kind of be that, all right, let's get back to the top. And look at this, Causey taking this second easily from this pass ball. And I think she already had the go sign anyway, so she was going anyway, very fast.
She was very quick. There's no question. This is the chaos and the speed that we expected to see in the last few games that we've done with Santa Monica.
Yeah. You have Causey, you have Dakota, and you have Moran. That is back to back to back. All speed, exactly what you need if it's coming, to the bottom of the second. You need runners like this on base.
Thought about going to third, got about halfway, and then changed her mind.
Well, nobody's covering second, so I would. I would make him throw either to second and delay steal to third, or just kind of stay put. Definitely want to cause chaos, like how you said.
Dakota walked her first trip. That was the Santa Monica's first batter of the game. She was thrown out on a fielder's choice heading to third on a slow rolling grounder. Let's see what they do here with 3 balls and no strikes to the 1-hole hitting Dakota. Again, leading the team in batting average at .473. Ball 4. And so she has walked both trips to the plate.
Number 37, Riley Moran.
And it brings up Riley Moran, the senior center fielder. She was stranded at third in the first inning, and she also walked in that first. That's the 5th walk of the game for Lovell, who thought it settled in a little bit, and this is going to be just a bit outside. She's just missing the mark a little bit with that off-speed pitch.
It's very inconsistent, but I'm way up here in the press box. Can't really see. We got a hole in the screen right here. I'm trying, there's just so much, a glare from the light. So he's doing is doing a really great job calling the game down there.
He is.
So, yeah.
And he called that one a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, 2 runners on and 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. Strike 2.
Got to be aggressive on this one. You got to come out of the bottom of the second with at least 1. Aggressive to stay up.
Strike 3, got her looking, and again, Lovell gets out of the inning.
Yeah.
So 2 runners left stranded on no hits and no errors, no run score. We head to the top of the third. We'll be back right after this. You're watching the REV Game of the Week.
Hi, I'm Haley Leindecker with Action Therapy and Wellness in Gonzales, and I'm here to show you some simple techniques that you can do at home to increase mobility and improve posture. The seated thoracic extension using a foam roller will improve your posture. Support your neck with your hands and keep your feet flat on the ground. Lean back over the foam roller while keeping your lower back neutral. Standing wand flexion is easy and very effective. Using a shoulder width grip, keep your arms straight and slowly raise the wand overhead as far as comfortable. For the pectoralis stretch, stand near a doorway and place your forearms against the wall at a 90-degree angle. Step forward slightly till you feel a slight pull in your chest to feel a stretch. Hold for 20 to 30 seconds. Repeat 3 times. Action Therapy and Wellness specializes in physical therapy, sports therapy, occupational, and hand therapy. Just remember, no referrals needed. Give us a call today.
Lady Sharks are back to the top of the order. They'll start off with Gina Lacamus, followed by J.C. Gary and Kobe Lamb. Lacamus had that little slap bunt that just got a little bit past the third baseman and had to be scooped up by Decato. The throw was not in time. She ended up scoring eventually, and that's our one run for the ball game.
Yeah, definitely. Lacamus is somebody, if you were a lefty and fast, you're going to be in the top of the lineup, and she definitely showed her wheels on the last bunt. And as we can see, Decato coming out here already, showing her a strike is really good coming out of that inning, and showing, seeing Lacamus second of this game.
Good shot right there of Coach Ulan. There's going to be a line drive over the head of the shortstop.
She's getting
Cody.
to 2.
She's going to get there to second base. It gets past the second baseman, Causey, and it will be luckily backed up by the first baseman, Mesh. But that is a double into left center field, and the leadoff hitter is on once again. Third straight inning.
Number 2, J.C. Gary.
Brings up J.C. Gary. Gary walked her first time to the plate, was stranded at third. First pitch is a ball to J.C. Gary, playing center field tonight. Boy, that little slap liner.
Very deadly.
Lacamus was really something to behold. Well positioned. This one's high, and it's going to go over the backstop into the stands, and luckily didn't knock a guy on the head.
Yeah. Souvenir. Until one of the Sandoval Lady Gator runs and takes it from you.
That's right. So. Yeah, this is not LSU or whatever. You got to get the balls back. There's a limited budget here at Santa Maria for softball. This one also fouled straight back. 0-2 the count.
Over the wrong fence.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ball 3. Oh, check that. Ball 1. Excuse me. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the batter, J.C. Gary. Off-speed pitch, got her to chase it. Strike 3.
There's your 3 right there.
Yeah, I knew there was a 3 somewhere.
It was coming.
That's right. It's KO number 5 for Decato. Brings up Kobe Lamb. She struck out her first trip to the plate in the first inning.
That started Decato's okay, I'm here.
Right.
I can do this.
Square to bunt, lays it down. Scooped up by Johnson. Johnson
Nice
to first
job.
base. And we got 2 away. But doing her job as Lamb, and she will have the sacrifice bunt to advance the runner to third. So Fontenot flew out to right field and allowed the run to score. It was deep enough to allow Lacamus to score in the first inning.
And almost similar, it's just now you have the 2 outs
That's
here
right.
in
That's right.
top of the third.
No chance for a sacker. Called strike.
But the one that she flew out with Madeline Stevens there to catch it, that could have drifted if it was last week.
You're right.
The Dutchtown
you're
win.
right. You're
So,
right.
I mean, kind of very fortunate for the Gators right there.
Not much wind to speak of. Off-speed pitch misses the mark high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Line inside.
Try to make her chase it.
And she has been able to get some batters to do just that. I mean, 5 strikeouts is nothing to sneeze at. It's the
way it's
and the aggressiveness of the base runners.
How do you say that? The in between.
That's it. This one will be driven into shallow right. It will allow the run to score from third, and she does her job again. Beautifully done by Fontenot, who just drove it into right field and jammed her a little bit. She put the short liner in the opposite field, and it drops for a base hit.
Yeah, and I like this decision by Stevens in right field. The fact you didn't let that ball to try to, be the hero, save the day, dive and catch. Y'all respected her. You were closer to the fence, so great job by just, getting it on the bounce and getting it in.
So allowing the leadoff runner to get on base again proves costly to the Santa Maria Lady Gators, as they have given up 2 runs now. Both. Lacamus has scored them both. 1 in the first, and now here in the third. 2 outs. A little low. 1 ball, 1 strike. This is Briley Lovell, the pitcher.
Yeah, I think Lacamus came here today for Southside to win it because she felt it last year, her junior year.
Called strike. Decato toes the rubber, and Briley will foul it back. She stays alive. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And then on to my comment earlier. You think Briley? Decato's thinking, hey, you struck me out. Here it is.
Got her. Strikeout number 6. Punch out. 2 hits, 1 run scores, 1 runner left stranded, no errors, and we will head to the middle of the third inning. It's time to take a look at all that Coach Petrie has accomplished.
Yeah, I mean, just if you looking at this resume from 2017 to 2025, I mean, she's keeping a streak alive postseason every year except 2020 due to COVID-19, but state champions, for 2019, 2022, 23, 24, quarterfinals in 2017 and 2021, and then district champions. I mean, I don't even have to read that. Look, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23, 25. I mean, look at that playoff success, 24-3 in the postseason under Coach Amy Petrie. One of the things that, Coach Amy has always said is this place, welcomed her with open arms because of, just the respect that we had, for Coach Amy. When she was even at EA, we saw what she can build and things like that. So just Coach Amy, this resume is extremely impressive because of your love for building teams and of the game of softball.
A lot of dates, a lot of numbers, and a lot of accolades. Well-deserved by Coach Amy Petrie. But, of course, I know she says it's all due to the players that she has and the players that have been developed here. Not just here at Santa Maria, but in the younger ranks.
Yeah.
As they come up through the ranks in the primary schools and the secondary schools. All right, so Santa Maria will start off with the 3, 4, and 5 hole hitter. It'll be Kinley Mesh, followed by Rabelais and Johnson. Mesh was a strikeout victim in the first. We are in the bottom of the third inning. No score for the Lady Gators. They trail 2-0 here in this regional game of the Division I non-select playoffs. Of course, Santa Maria had a bye in the first round because they were a 4 seed. The top 6 seeds got byes. And this one will be driven into left field, and it will drop for a base hit. She'll knock it down.
Keeps it a
the
single.
Left fielder, Clements, but she is lucky that didn't get by her. She dove for it a little bit. And again, we have that good job by our camera guys, but we can't see it from here. And so we have the first base hit of the night for the Lady Gators.
Courtesy, number 13, Amari Long.
Amari Long will be our courtesy runner.
For first baseman, Kinley Mesh.
Brooke Rabelais now steps to the plate. So the leadoff runner is aboard. Long heads to second base, and she is safe because the throw was high. Had the throw from the catcher, Lemoyne, been down toward the bag, they had her dead to rights. Got a late jump.
Yeah, and kind of the slide, too, a little late. Definitely, if you would have seen your shortstop starting to go, kind of a sweep slide, kind of got to get your hand underneath the glove.
1 ball, no strikes to the batter. This is Rabelais. Called strike.
1-1.
Good block that time by Lemoyne, keeping it in front of her, preventing Long, the pinch runner, from running on to third from second.
Yeah, giving it to Santa Ma. You don't want the defending state champs to take anything from you. You got to try to let them earn it.
This will be sliced into right field. Long will turn 3 and stay there. She thought about heading home. Coach Petrie wisely holds her up at third base, but now you got runners at the corners and no outs.
Yeah,
this is the bats we've been expecting.
Yeah, and that right fielder, as we see on this replay, Kobe Lamb, beautifully done. Beautifully done by Lamb just to keep Long from staying in. She played the ball on the bounce and then dart to Lemoyne at catcher. Great job right there.
Brings up
yeah, we got another pinch runner, number 19, Devin Tanner, that's running for catcher. So courtesy for the catcher, Rabelais.
So this is Olivia Johnson. Swings and misses. The runner will advance to second base. An interesting play that time by the Lady Sharks as the catcher, Lemoyne, threw it instead of to second, threw it to shortstop to cut off to make sure that they hold Long at third base.
Yeah. Hey, and no outs right here for the Lady Gators. Got to put some points on the board in this inning.
Fouled off, strike 2. Yeah, you can't strand runners in this position.
Yeah, because then that would be 3 straight innings. It's something, you have to be able to just get through. I felt like since Dutchtown, they haven't been able to do that. It's just a little struggle. They keeping people on base.
They had bases loaded and no run score in the first. They had a runner at third base in the second inning and didn't score her. And here they are, runners at the corners. Well, check that, runners at second and third with no outs. That's the huge part.
Yeah.
Johnson, 1 ball, 2 strikes is our batter. This one fouled back into the screen. Again, stays alive. A little bit late on that fastball pitch from the freshman. She has got some strength in that right arm of hers.
Yeah, and I'm loving this. Even though we see 2 runners on base, Lavelle right here is still fighting the freshman. Southside is going to enjoy having Lavelle for the next 3 years.
That breaking ball doesn't break, and it slowly gets to this catcher.
That would be the one I would want to hit,
yeah,
Jimmy.
Me too. It looked like a beach ball.
Just stay back and just back at it, yeah.
Unfortunately, it was well out of the strike zone.
Reminded me of cabbage ball right there.
Hey, you don't have cabbage ball much anymore.
Yeah.
I don't even know where you buy a cabbage ball. We used to play cabbage ball when we were young.
Yeah.
Did she go around? No, she did not. full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
I played it for a few benefits,
Oh,
just
yeah,
to raise
it's fun.
money, you know.
It's
I liked it.
Absolutely. I remember the old leather cabbage ball my dad had. Man, that thing was as big as a cabbage. Go figure. This is a big pitch right here for Lovell. She has walked 5. An opportunity off the top of the backstop.
Yeah, Santa Monica needs to come alive right here with Johnson. Johnson can definitely motivate her team with just even a little single right here. You know, scores long and then moves.
Even a sacrifice fly would score maybe for sure 1, maybe 2. If she can get it deep enough. And this is fouled again. She stays alive. Battling hard.
Yeah, see it and beat the ball and just simple make contact.
429 is the batting average for Olivia Johnson, only a sophomore. So she definitely puts the stick on the ball and is effective with it more than a third of the time, almost half the time. Ball 4, and that is walk number 6. So the base is loaded now with no outs.
Up to bat, number 24, Brayley Decatur.
For the pitcher herself, Brayley Decatur. Just right here, she just needs to be simple. You don't need to find the T buildings and T City behind here. You know, just put it somewhere. Get your bat on the ball, and then go as hard as you can.
Swung on a miss, strike 1.
Call got it in the shoulder.
Our home plate umpire catches one. Unfortunately, he's not supposed to. I think he's going to be all right. Shakes it off.
Walk it off, Blue. Walk it off.
Rub some dirt in it. Oh, you can't because there is no dirt.
Jimmy, I'm so proud of you.
Right. You can rub
There's little black pellets,
rubber
you can
pellets.
rub together.
I don't think that's a saying, though. You can't just rub a little dirt in it. No, it's rub a little rubber pellets in it.
Yeah.
It doesn't quite roll off the tongue like that.
That's going to be my new thing for you, Jimmy.
Thanks,
just
man.
rub some pebbles in it.
All right. Everybody got a kick out of something, but it wasn't me.
Yeah. I think Blue just walking like this. I don't know.
Coach Petrie concerned about our umpire, and he's ready to go. He's feeling good. Yeah. I don't know if he's feeling good, but he's feeling like he's better get back to work.
I think he's already like, man, y'all got me out here past this time. Game was supposed to start at 5.
Decatur, 0-1 the count to her. Bases loaded, no outs for the Lady Gators. They have got to make the Sharks pay. Foul back.
And wrong fence.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as you can see, Brayley, very quiet. And that's something that I always laugh that I taught Brayley, and the fact that she was so quiet in my class, I didn't really understand how she was a pitcher at a 5A school, but then her silent leadership actually is one of the best things I've ever seen from a student athlete here at Santa Monica. Her actions speak way more louder than her words.
Lovell rocks, fires, and delivers again, stays alive. She has fouled 4 in a row back into the screen, and it is still an 0-2 count with no outs, bases loaded. Decatur does have 2 home runs, I'm just saying. But there is no win to speak of. If she does it, she's going to have to muscle it out all on her own. This one a little high and wisely holds off. So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Be selective, be smart. No outs.
She did strike out in the first inning, in fact. Ended the inning.
That great eye again. Score update, end of the third, Dutchtown 3-1 over Central.
the freshman, battling back. This one's in the dirt. Great job for her catcher, Lemoyne, to save a run. Although that one was coming hot enough, had it bounced off the bricks, it probably would not have scored long from third.
Yeah.
But still, it's a dangerous play any way you look at it if you're a catcher-pitcher. From 0-2, it is 3-2 now. So after fouling off a bunch, she's been able to hold off. And 3 straight balls for Lovell here to Decato.
Yes.
Fouls it again. She'll stay alive.
Jimmy, who sings that song? Staying alive. Staying alive.
Man, you gotta ask me something I know. I can sing the song with you, but I don't know who sang it. Was it Kool and the Gang? I don't know. Who does sing it? Now I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know.
So never play Name That Tune with you.
Never,
Got
ever.
Okay.
There's a lot of things I can do, but Name That Tune is not one of them.
Yeah.
Fouled off again. This is a huge at-bat. If she can just get something in play or get a walk, this will be the most incredible at-bat that we've seen from a Santa Maria batter in a very long time.
Yeah.
Crowd is on their feet, and it's a great crowd.
I mean, level 2 right here in the circle.
Fouls it again. A little high. She's fighting them off. Whatever it takes to get a piece of the bat on it. One of these times she's going to connect.
And to answer that question for you, Jimmy.
Yes?
The Bee Gees sing.
Bee Gees. That was my next guess.
Yeah.
I was so close to guessing the Bee Gees. I was going to say the Beastie Boys, but I knew that wasn't right.
You started with a B, so I'm proud of you.
Thanks. Fouls it again.
Very nice.
I wish I had a pitch count. It's got to be 10 pitches to her at least. Maybe probably more than that, more like 12. And that is what you want your batters to do, wear out the freshman pitcher.
Yeah, it's what we said. Their key to victory is you have to be aggressive at the plate. They cannot just come out here and just, we've done this before, we can do it again. No, you don't have a tomorrow.
Fouled it back again. We're going to have to get a whole new box of balls. You see Mr. Call, the umpire, saying, I need some more balls, boys and girls. I'm all out in my bag here. They're having to collect them from around the stadium.
Yeah.
Yep, and we have one of our Santa Maria players going to find the ones on the baseball diamond behind us, or off to the side of us. Whoo! Ball 4, it just didn't come out of her hand.
Yeah.
And they walk in the first run.
And still no outs right here. Very good at bat for
amazing.
Yeah, for Braley Decato. She just simple and sweet, took her time, battled it off. She stayed alive by the Bee Gees, right there. And we're going to have a walk out to the circle from head coach of Southside, Paige Hewland.
I think we might be having, well, not yet. I thought we might see a pitching change. But
yeah, I think this more of a, hey.
Yeah, I think she's got one more visit before she has to change the pitcher.
Yeah.
So she'll give her another opportunity. Settling the freshman down. I mean, she has 3 strikeouts, but compared to 7 walks, that's difficult to deal with. And you walk in the run, you leave the bases loaded, and you still have no outs. And it's
Yeah, and because of Braley Dakota's job at the plate, she has a courtesy runner, which is number 27 for the Lady Gators, Kaylee Rockefort.
Brings up Kinley Trish now. Trish grounded out in the second.
That was on one of those
pitcher.
little check swings.
Yep,
right.
You
can tell she was going, okay, I'm going to swing. Oh, nope. But still make connection with the bat. Great crowd here at Clark Lambert Field. For
Ball
these
two, a little high.
These 2 teams.
Yeah, it really is great to see the support that both these teams have. And it really, we talked about it last time. Girls sports, women's sports have really garnered a lot more attention lately. That was going to be a called strike, and she was taken all the way, was Trish.
Yeah.
Two balls and a strike. Still no outs. Fouled back.
There it is. Just simple, be aggressive, swing the bat. I know a former Sandoval Lady Gators that her coach gave her a hit and run sign. That means swing the bat, just kind of let the runner go to second, and she closed her eyes and hit a triple.
Oh, wow. Oh, this one's locked deep into right center field. Diving
Beautiful
for it.
job
Makes
by
the
center
grab.
fielder.
Wonderful job by Gary. But one run will score on the tag, but only one. And that was an amazing play by Gary.
Yes.
We have a tie ball game.
And beautiful job. Kinley Mesh staying in there, getting a piece of it. But that number 2, J.C. Gray, that senior center fielder, lays out, shows why a center fielder has more ground to cover, than right and left. She never lost that ball, never lost sight of it. And now it's the first out of the bottom of the third right here.
The fact that she was able to pop up and get the ball back into the infield and only allow one run to score, that was something to behold, and it's certainly a highlight-worthy effort.
Yeah, one of those da-da-da, da-da-da.
No doubt.
Yeah, so now up to bat is going to be number 12, senior Lauren Allen for the Lady Gators. That's coming in. Coming in for Hudson Bowler.
Lauren Allen, number 12.
One of the 7 seniors here on the Lady Gator softball team.
Throwing back to third, trying to get a throw out at third on a lackadaisical play, but she was back with plenty of time, just kind of holding her on. It will allow the runner to advance.
Kaylee Rockefeller advances to second on that throw.
One ball, one strike to the batter. We've got runners in scoring position.
Yeah, Lauren right here can come up big with this one out. Runners still in scoring position. They can still make damage.
Swung on and missed. Strike 2. Mighty cut, but couldn't catch up to the fastball. One ball, 2 strikes, fouled back.
There she goes. She gets a piece of it.
Kylie Causey will be up next. She's on deck. Popped up. Infield
Sky
fly.
high. Sky high.
Lovell makes the catch, and that's 2 away. That brings up Kylie Causey.
Up to bat, number 3.
Causey
Riley
walked in the
Causey.
second. She was stranded at second base. She's the 9-hole hitter. So I'll say, if Lovell can get out of this inning with only giving up 2 runs, she will have done another amazing feat. But the Gators got going here, and they just have to keep it going now. First pitch to Causey is a strike.
Yeah, Causey kind of started that little walks in the last inning. So this is something that's great for the Gators, getting everybody into this first 3 innings.
Pulled back the bunt on a ball wisely. Just a bit outside.
Man, the sound of the mitt made me think he was about to
Ringer up.
Say
Little
2,
strike.
but yep. Mm-hmm.
No, not this time.
No, too far.
Just a bit outside. To the left-handed batter. Cause he gets the sign from Coach Amy Petrie, who's also coaching third. Foul tip. Evens at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and she swings and misses, and they get out of an inning. But not before 2-run score on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left stranded. We head to the the top of the 4th. We'll be back right after this. You're watching the REV Game of the Week.
Hi, I'm Haley Leindecker with Action Therapy and Wellness in Gonzales, and I'm here to show you simple exercises to improve shoulder strength and thoracic mobility for all athletes. Resisted external rotation will strengthen your rotator cuff. Stand tall with your arms straight out and the elbow bent at 90 degrees. Keeping your elbow in place, rotate your arm outward against the resistance. For internal rotation, set up the same 90-90 arm position, but with the resistance anchored on the same side. Rotate your arm inward, bringing your hand towards the ground while keeping your elbow fixed. This is called open books and half kneeling. The resistance band is held forward with both hands. Rotate your upper body open to the side, pulling the band across while keeping your lower body stable. Action Therapy and Wellness specializes in physical therapy, sports therapy, occupational, and hand therapy. Just remember, no referrals needed. Give us a call today.
As we start the 4th inning, we want to thank REV for allowing us to do all these great softball, baseball, boys and girls, soccer and basketball and football. Really appreciate them and the fact that they are committed to Ascension Parish in our community. And they say it not just by the service that they provide, but also, where they're putting their money where their mouth is and allowing us to do these great games and bringing you this community service. This will be Clements. It's the 6, 7, and 8-hole hitters up. It's Clements, followed by Saunier and DeVille. Clement was walked in the second inning. She was stranded at second base. Tell you what, Decato needs is a quick inning here. She needs to go ahead and knock this one, get this one a 1-2-3 or 1-2, have a quick inning here. Don't allow anything to get across the plate, and she'll throw that one for a strike.
Yeah, it's almost like you could have seen Santa Maria do a little bit more at the end of that one. Does that make sense? So get back to bat and continue kind of that run that you started in the bottom of the 3rd.
Popped up, and we're going to have to chase that one back behind the stands. So, again, this game was supposed to start at 5 o'clock. The weather prevented that, and we started at 6:30. So we're definitely a little later in the evening than we expected to be, but it's a perfect evening and night for softball. Evens the count of 2-2. Runs the count full. This is the one thing they cannot do. They cannot put this runner on base. I think Amy Petrie will have a coronary if they put another leadoff man at first base. And she will drive this one deep to left field. Making the grab is easily done by Trish. It was deep and it was driven, but Trish had to run about 4 or 5 steps toward the wall and make the grab for the first out.
Number 18.
Sits under it, makes the catch.
Addison Saunier.
And again, we've got the Bermuda Triangle over here. We can't see it. Thank goodness our camera guys are awesome.
Yeah. I'm like, the only thing I can see is state champions. That's all from here.
Call strike. And when you talk about Decato having a quick inning, I mean, she just needs to do just that. Let her defense do their job behind her. She doesn't have to strike everybody out.
Yeah.
although she does have 5 strikeouts in the ballgame. Make that 6 strikeouts, pardon me.
Yeah, it's something, that Decato kind of like keeps it with her. She is in charge of that circle. She's in charge of, that defense. So she definitely is somebody that's going to put all the weight on her shoulders.
Another foul back.
Man, if they could be doing bring a softball back to the concession stand for like an airhead or something, they would already be broke by now. They would have to go to pit stop to get some more airheads.
Well, I'd be up for that.
I know. I would be like, sorry, Rev, go and get an airhead.
There you go. I'm going to chase that one down. I'll be back.
Yeah, I can literally just climb out that window right there and probably catch 2 or 3 of them.
I would turn some cameras around to see that. 0-2 the count with 1 out. Second batter of the inning is Saunier. Just outside again to the right-handed batter. 1 ball, 2 strikes. She was taken all the way for sure. Fighting it, doing whatever it takes is Saunier. A freshman, once again, 4 freshmen on the Lady Sharks team, 4 seniors and a junior that start. Swung on and missed, strike 3, ring up K number 7.
Exactly what Decato needed, just going through. I mean, we're in the top of the 4th. You have 3 more innings. If you want to finish this game, you kind of have to have that, hey, I've done this, I can continue to do this. But right here you got Allie DeVille right here that has been at the plate twice, right, this game. Once this game, and what did she do, Jim?
She grounded out.
So set up your team right here to get out and get back to the dugout.
Yeah, it was a slow roller to the third baseman. Grounded out to 5-3 for the second out of the second inning. 0-2 the count to DeVille. That's right down the pipe. As a good friend of mine would say, right down Broadway.
Been down Broadway a few times.
Into 3, Dutchtown leading 3-1 over Central. Strike 2, and that'll even the count. Strike 3, ringer up, and that ends the top of the 4th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and we head to the middle of the 3rd. Tell us what's happening.
So, in the middle of the 4th, we're going to kind of highlight the 2025 Sandoval Lady Gators seniors. Funny thing is they have less than a week left. Their last day is next Thursday, the 1st. So congratulations to these Lady Gators. And they are Amaya Franklin, Kinley Mesh, Lauren Allen, Morgan Blackwell, Haley Hebert, Ava Vickner, and Riley Moran. Congratulations to this class on a successful, 3 state championships and 1 week left of high school, and continuing, hoping, to play for another state title in Sulphur May 3rd and May 2nd and 3rd.
Well, I just noticed the picture. I love the fact that they're holding up the 3 rings.
Yeah.
A lot of them are.
Not a lot of people can say that, and so that's really awesome that the senior class had got to experience this, but also be the leaders and the voice for this young team that is kind of coming up behind them.
Big inning for Dutchtown as they end the 4th, as they go up 6-1 over Central. They scored 3 runs in that 4th inning, so Dutchtown not leaving off exactly where they started with the victory over Sandoval last week. All right, we will head
to the top of the lineup.
That's right. It's Dakota, Moran, and Mesh. Dakota got the first hit of the ball game for Sandoval in the 2nd. And she was walked in her first trip to the plate.
So 1 ball and no strikes.
She wants to do a little slapper. She'll let that one go, and it'll be called.
That was 1-1.
So anathema to what I'm used to when I'm seeing baseball, playing baseball, is stepping out of the batter's box toward the pitcher to do that slap. And she does just that. Did she get it down the third base line? It's foul. Just foul.
Ricocheted off. That is why you called the third baseman kind of the hot shot. I mean, you were getting straight back at. I mean, look at this slap on this replay. Whips the bat around. Kind of the hot corner right there at third. I mean, also the third base umpire who we got
Jack
right
Young,
there.
man.
Yeah, fell to the ground. It was coming
right
at him.
He didn't duck. He didn't fall. He dove.
Well, I mean, I would have ducked and fall all at the same time if something like that's coming.
Another
to me.
slapper, shortstop scoop, throw to first in time. No, safe. I thought they made the catch, but the tie goes to the runner. Great speed that time for Dakota. Slapped it to shortstop.
And that's exactly why you have your 3 coming from, and that's Abby for Southside. Abby Fontenot at third, at shortstop, Jenna Lakamis. Just simple. If you have a left-hand slapper like that, you have to play off the bounce so much easier and quicker than that and take it out your glove to try to get the speedster.
So they get the leadoff runner on, and Dakota with the wheels is easily in at second base. The throw from Lemoyne was high again, but they are very lucky that their outfield is playing in a little bit and backing up that throw.
And, just watching that, Dakota go like that, Southside is the only team that I've seen that their second baseman covers a steal. I don't know if you've seen that. Santa Monica and Dutchtown, they both have their shortstop go veer in to receive the ball with their left, but the second baseman coming in kind of glove side like this, kind of a little hard to turn around if you're right-handed to go back down, if that makes sense. So Southside is showed a little different if on a steal play.
Well, I think it's because they have a left-handed batter up, too.
Yeah.
And they've got the shift on, if you'll notice, that the center fielder is playing way in the middle of left field. There's a huge gap between the center fielder and the right fielder.
Yeah. So I've seen that twice on 2 of the stolen bases by the Lady Gators, number 14, Ann Roy, the freshman, running with the base runner almost. So it's almost like she can, be an interference call too. So that's why I'm like, whoa, I played second base and you
You're
don't
right,
cover.
It is definitely unorthodox, or I guess very difficult to get your body around, like you said. But we do have the runner at second base into Cody. This is Moran at the plate. And she will slap this one into the backstop. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs, and we are in the bottom of the 4th inning. We're knotted at 2 apiece. This is everything we thought this one would be and a little bit more. A little low and outside, runs the count full. 8 walks in the ball game for Lovell, the pitcher. Again, the freshman. She has 4 KOs, but she has not been able to find the strike zone consistently like she has throughout the regular season. And this will be fouled again. Just trying to get it down that third base line, trying to give her an opportunity to get a second base runner on.
Yeah, for the Gators right here.
Pardon me. 3 balls, 2 strikes. A good at bat for Moran. KO'd in the second. Walked in the first. And we'll get just a piece of it to stay alive.
And who sings that, Jimmy?
The Bee Gees.
See, you learn something new every day, Jim.
Thanks to you.
You're welcome.
I mean, if you'll climb out on the roof and get a foul ball, we'll really have something tonight.
Yeah. I'm keeping you alive, Jimmy.
You are. You have no idea.
Yeah.
Ball 4.
Very nice. Very nice work with there.
Yes. and that will get 2 runners on, and that'll be the 9th walk of the game for Lovell. It's hard to see the bullpen because it's behind, I believe it's behind the right field fence, right?
Yep.
So you can't see it from here, so we don't know if anybody's warming up.
I haven't seen any movement. Normally you can see like a head pop
Right.
up every now and then just to see what's happening at the plate, but I have not seen that yet.
But it's also a little bit different than baseball. You can pull somebody off the field a little bit easier for softball pitching, and that'll be a nice bunt to first base, advances the runner and runners, and well done that time for Mesh.
Did her job, got both the base runners moved over. Now we can see a fly ball by Rabelais or anything else coming up to bat, which Rabelais, kind of helped out that last inning for the Gators to continue to provide people on the bases.
Well, she had a base hit, scored a run, scored the second run in the 3rd inning. This is high. Ball 1 to Brooke. She'll lay down the bunt. First base goes to, and she's safe. Threw it right back to the catcher, and Lemoyne couldn't make the tag, and sliding under it for the score is Ducote.
Yeah, that's why you have the wheels out there, as your leadoff batter, simple in, throughout. I mean, that's beautifully done right there by the Gators, beautifully executed and everything. And Brooke Rabelais, somebody that you wouldn't think would bunt. Coach Amy Petrie is playing this game very smart and very observant as of how her team needs to kind of overcome this win tonight.
Manufactured a run right there, and they have runners at the corners now. They're changing pitchers.
Yep. Or maybe just another little.
No, I don't think they changed yet. Still level.
Yeah. Lots of little talks, you know what I mean, for your freshmen.
So Santa Maria takes the lead for the first time in the ball game, 3-2 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. One run out, excuse me. And the runner easily advances to second base with a throw to third. So Rabelais will move over to second. This is Olivia Johnson. Johnson walked twice in her first 2 trips to the plate. That one's just underneath it that time. Swung a little bit more of a golf swing than a level swing that she was looking for. Trying to drive that one out a little bit. It was a good cut, but just a little bit under the ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And a courtesy runner is on second for Brooke Rabelais. That's number 19, Devin Tanner. Kind of been doing that courtesy for Brooke this whole game.
Foul back and out of play.
Man, Jimmy, that's the airhead right there, but too far away. I couldn't have done that one.
You'd have to hustle to that one to
Yeah.
get back in time for the next batter.
Yeah. If I had some like Mike shoes, I could probably jump that high too.
Whatever it takes. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one misses the mark. Runners in scoring position, and you've only got 1 out here for the Lady Gators. They've taken the lead here in the bottom of the 4th.
Good eye, being patient right there. Kind of can be selective when you're up, 1 with 1 out. Be smart about it and don't get tricked on just those little ones that's too high for you.
Another full count for the freshman. She has thrown a lot of pitches tonight. This one is foul tipped and caught, and so she is out. So that's a second out and a strikeout.
Up to bat, number 24, Braylee
Number 5. And it brings up Decato. Braylee will step to the plate. She was finally walked after a huge at bat. I mean, fouled off 8 or 9 pitches.
What we said, a total of 16 almost,
yep,
17 pitches.
That was right. And then ended up making some things happen. In that third inning. Decato again fouls it back. Let's go see if anybody makes the grab. Oh, he does.
There he goes. Get him
Great
the airhead.
job.
Oh, throws it back in. Very nice. Thank
job.
you.
Nice job. He will get a prize.
So 1-1 count.
Lady Sharks fans over there getting a lot of action in the stands.
Yeah.
Lovell toes the rubber, comes to the plate. This one's driven into center field, going back and making the grab.
Beautiful.
She is incredible. Gary
Yes.
makes another grab, and that ends the inning, stranding 2 runs. But 1 run will score on 1 hit. No errors. We will be back right after this. You are watching the Rev Game of the Week. Santa Maria up 3-2.
Hi, I'm Haley Leindecker with Action Therapy and Wellness in Gonzales, and I'm here to show you some of the services we offer to help get you out of pain and back in action. Dry needling involves inserting thin, sterile needles into trigger points within muscles to release tension, reduce pain, and improve movement. It's highly effective for muscle tightness, chronic pain, and headaches. Joint manipulation. By applying a quick, controlled force to a joint, we can restore mobility, reduce stiffness, and relieve pain. Cupping therapy uses suction cups to increase blood flow, reduce muscle tension, and promote healing. With instrument-assisted soft tissue mobilization, we apply targeted pressure to break down scar tissue and speed up recovery. Action Therapy and Wellness specializes in physical therapy, sports therapy, occupational, and hand therapy. Just remember, no referrals needed. Give us a call today.
The Lady Gators take the lead for the first time as we head to the top of the 5th. The Lady Gators leading 3-2. 3 hits for the Lady Gators in the ball game. Only 2 hits in the ball game for the Lady Sharks. That big inning for the top of the 4th where Decato went 1-2-3 and 2 strikeouts. That was big for the Lady Gators. I think if they have the momentum right now. If Decato can continue throwing strikes, allow her defense to do their jobs behind her, they might have an opportunity to make some real hay here in the latter innings.
Yeah, I mean, it's anything. You called it earlier. Braley just needed to show her team that circle is hers, and after that big hit, even though you have senior Southside Lady Shark J.C. Gray putting on a highlight convention, in center, that was still a beautifully hit ball by Braley, no So that's something, too, you can be like, okay, I got it. Like, it's still good. I'm still doing this, but you seeing that in the circle right now from Braley.
Annie Roy has 2 strikes to her, and she leads things off. Then we're back to the top of the order with LaCamus and Gary. This pitch just outside, but you can see the confidence building in Decato. She's moving the ball around. She's picking her pitches, selecting what she wants to throw, and getting these hitters off balance a little bit. Again, 4 freshmen in the bottom of the order for the Lady Sharks. They're seeing some different things out here. And this is outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. It's a big pitch here for Decato. If she can get her to ground out or strike out, I think they're going to ride the wave here. Strike 3, got her. Strikeout number 9. So we are back to the top of the order with LaCamus. LaCamus walked and had a double. She scored both runs for the Lady Sharks. And Braley Decato is just getting stronger and stronger as this game progresses.
Yeah, but this LaCamus, she's something special. She's putting down bunts and outrunning, throws. She's hitting doubles. I mean, she's somebody that definitely came here prepared, ready to go.
She has the only 2 hits of the ball game for the Lady Sharks of Southside. The off-speed pitch misses high. Evens it at 1-1. Not a bad little drive from Youngsville, Louisiana, just outside of Lafayette, south of Lafayette. It's not a bad drive as long as there's no problem on the spillway, on the Basin Bridge. This one's right back to Decato. Decato throws her out easily, but you were right about the speediness of Lacamus.
Yes, I mean, as you can see on this replay, Lacamus, though, just kind of tilted the barrel of the bat just straight to Decato. You know, from there, you wanted to go down first base to where like a mesh or somebody has to turn completely around to find Calsey covering first. But great job by Decato by just staying square with it and throwing it to Calsey. That was covering second.
I would have never guessed that play would have been as close as it was at first base because the ball one hopped to Decato, right back to her. I mean, she didn't have to move, and yet it was still close. And that just shows, like you said, the speed of Lacamus.
Yep.
This is Gary, who, like you said, has put on a clinic in center field.
Mm-hmm.
Diving for one in right center, getting on her horse and hitting at the wall just to end the inning a little bit ago. Fouled back hard on the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, pretty sure it's 1 and 2 right now on the count. 2 and 2.
Change up misses, yep.
Yeah. Mr. Call, can you call what it is? 2 and 2. Yes, Joleigh's doing pretty great right now. I know it. Yes.
Solid effort. This one, a looper, drifting back, and now
Moran.
running up is Moran in center field to make the play. And we have a 1-2-3 inning. So we head to the middle of the 5th inning, and it's time for us to take a look at the Southside Lady Sharks senior.
Yeah, so Southside only has 5 seniors. As we can see, we have Elena Lemoyne, Gina Lacamus, and then J.C. Gray, Abby Fontenot, and Kobe Lamb. And as we can see, these seniors, they're not afraid to come out to Santa Ma and show them what is up because they are still competing. They're still, showing what they have. These girls played Santa Ma last year in the semifinals, so like they know kind of what to expect when they come here, the surrounding things like that. Because a lot of visiting teams always says of how beautiful this park is and everything else, and they showed up. That first inning, they already scored, a run and things like that. So these Lady Sharks are here, and they have 3 more innings to kind of prove a little point to the Lady Gators.
Well, the Lady Gators will start with the bottom of the order. Trish, followed by, we'll see if it's either Bowler or Allen.
And we see a whole bunch of East Ascension Lady Spartans. They came up big with their win over Hanville, and they're trying, they came to Clark Lambert Field here at Santa Ma Park to see who they're playing in the next round. It could be the Santa Ma Gators or Southside Lady Sharks. And if Santa Ma wins, they will host EA. If Southside comes up victorious tonight here at Clark Lambert Field, East Ascension will host Southside.
This is the looper. It's going to be in shallow right, and coming up to make the play is the right fielder. She really had to get on it. Kobe Lamb, yep.
Senior. It's kind of cool, to see the Lady Sharks out there with Kobe Lamb, a senior, J.C. Gray that we've been mentioning all night, a senior, and then Emma Clements, a junior. You said earlier you got your 3 juniors, then your 4 freshmen, 3 seniors in the outfield. How cool is that? You have the leaders out there behind you checking up on you.
This is Lauren Allen, who came in to hit for Bowler in the 4th inning. This one's right back up the gut, and it'll be a grounder into center field, and she's on with a base hit. So a wise move to put her back in the lineup, and she's there for the 4th hit of the night for the Lady Gators. Right back toward the pitcher. Again, great job. Sometimes that easy grounder can get past you in the outfield. You put your knee down to make sure that if it does happen to get off your gloves, you at least bounce it off your body. And she does such a great job out there technically of making sure she fields the grounder first and then is able to throw it in. Back to Causey is the 9-hole hitter, and Kylie will step to the plate. She was walked and struck out.
Yeah, so that's going to have a courtesy runner on first for the Lady Gators. That's Aubrey Smith.
So we have one out, and we're in the bottom of the fifth. Called strike, the runner going to second. You're right.
That's
that is
just
awkward.
weird.
You're right.
Like, that's
it's awkward.
Like, how is she? Like, I get the left hand coming back and getting her, but, like,
Tough
she
play.
has to outrun her right here. Like, look, she's already playing up closer. She's here.
Yeah, it's tough play no matter what.
So, like, whew. It's almost like she needs to get behind the base and wait and tag down, but then that's too fast for some girls, you know.
Well, you also got to be able to play second base. If the ball comes back and the runner's gone, you're kind of stuck in no man's land.
And fast right here, number 3, but gets the call out, but does her job, puts the ball down, gets the runner. That's why Coach Amy had her steal a while ago. Now you have her at third with this bunt, and now we have top of the lineup coming here for the Lady Gators with Bailey Ducote.
5-3 is the out. A good job by Johnson. Check that Fontenot to get it over to Saunier for the out. And that's 2 away here in the bottom of 5.
Lady Gators have got to keep scoring. And this inning, you can't leave.
That one will find the mark and get into left field, scoring a run. Ball gets in quickly, but a great job that time for Ducote, and she has been the player of the game so far.
Yes. I like this movement from the last 2 weeks. As we can see, Ducote right here just slaps. And I love this from the junior left fielder, Emma Clements. It gets back in very, very quickly. She played the bounce right for Southside and gets it back in to hold Ducote to a single.
That was the second hit of the game for Ducote. 5 hits total now for the Lady Gators. They lead 4-2, and the Speed Demon is already at the plate. Already at second base, and doesn't waste any time. Again, we just didn't see this against Touchdown.
No, totally different mindset. Like how Coach Amy said, those 2 losses towards the end definitely is a wake-up call, and it's something that they needed to kind of experience to make them come together a little bit more. They have to know their worth of each other's roles, and exactly what being a team is in this playoff series. I've always said it never mattered what number you end up in playoffs, is who can get to the last day. Santa Maria, that's something that they won a state championship with, being ranked 4 before, being ranked 2nd, being ranked 1st. It doesn't matter. It's who's.
This one might fall in play, no foul.
Man.
This is Moran, by the way. Moran has walked twice and struck out. That was just a bit foul down the left field line.
I think I seen Coach Amy, jump as high as she can down the third base because she was so mad that it was foul ball. So good job, Coach Amy.
1 ball, 2 strikes. We've got 2 outs to Moran. Moran will put this one in play in the gap, the 6-hole, and she will have a base hit in between third and short. Coming up to stop it is Clements. And another base hit by the Santa Maria Lady Gators. And you've got runners on the corners.
With your fastest 3 right here.
So she's definitely going to be stealing second.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so that will put 2 runners in scoring position with 2 outs, bringing up Mesh. And Kinley has a base hit and scored a run back in the third. She struck out in the first. And that a sacrifice bunt.
And a foul, so runner in Morian has to go back to first.
1 run is scored in this inning so far for the Lady Gators, and of course that was the RBI by Decato. Getting back to third, diving in.
I think that was more of a graceful fall onto third. I'm not really sure that was a dive by Dakota. You might have to ask her when we get back to school. I mean, it's turf. It is called the Turf Ninja. It happens. I've fallen a lot at the pit. Coaching, not even running for a ball anymore, and I've just fallen.
That could be a you problem.
No.
This one
it happens to a lot of people.
Uh-huh.
Them little black pebbles.
the rubber pellets keep hitting you, huh? I got you. Blame it on the turf monster. That's fine. However you need to sleep at night is fine with me.
Yeah, ninja.
Okay. One ball, 2 strikes. Popped into left.
Clements
right there to make the play, and that will do it. But 2 hits and 1 run scores, no errors, and 2 runners left stranded. We head to the top of the 6th. The Lady Gators lead 4-2 over the Lady Sharks. Back right after this on the REV Game of the Week.
Hi, I'm Haley Leindecker with Action Therapy and Wellness in Gonzales, and I'm here to show you some simple techniques that you can do at home to increase mobility and improve posture. The seated thoracic extension using a foam roller will improve your posture. Support your neck with your hands and keep your feet flat on the ground. Lean back over the foam roller while keeping your lower back neutral. Standing wand flexion is easy and very effective. Using a shoulder width grip, keep your arms straight and slowly raise the wand overhead as far as comfortable. For the pectoralis stretch, stand near a doorway and place your forearms against the wall at a 90-degree angle. Step forward slightly till you feel a slight pull in your chest to feel a stretch. Hold for 20 to 30 seconds. Repeat 3 times. Action Therapy and Wellness specializes in physical therapy, sports therapy, occupational, and hand therapy. Just remember, no referrals needed. Give us a call today.
The Lady Sharks will start off with Lamb, Fontenot, and Lovell, and their first 3 batters here in the top of the 6th. We've got a scoring update. Dutchtown leading Central 7-1 at the end of the 5th. So Dutchtown looking to advance. We could have a lot of 5A schools playing in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, absolutely, especially the AP3. Seeing this next round in the quarterfinals, 3rd round of the softball playoffs. And as we can see, first base umpire needs a little water, so we're going to bring him on. They have been here for a long time. Game time was supposed to be 5 o'clock, so they got here at 4, so understand that, 4 hours.
Danny Madare over there doing a great job at first base. All of our umpires, we appreciate their hard work.
Proud of you, Jim.
Thanks.
I know.
Stuff it back. This one's fouled back.
Man, that was my chance out the window.
You should have dove. Should have dove. You probably just blamed it on falling.
Yeah. Ninja. Roof ninja.
You can call it whatever you want, but you falling down is not blamed on much of anything. This one's a grounder. Hot one to second base. It's Causey to first for 1 out.
There we go. See how you were saying earlier for Braley Decato, realize you have a defense behind you. And as we can see, just simple 2 bounce to Causey and straight to Mash right there. First out of the top of the 6th.
Abby Fontenot will now step to the batter's box. She's the 3rd base woman.
And the cleanup.
And this is a looping pop up to second base, and Causey suddenly getting some action.
Yeah, fast wheels right there. So awesome.
That's a tough play. As it's tailing away from the second baseman, you couldn't from this angle. We couldn't tell. I couldn't tell.
Yeah, on this
how
replay,
deep
we
it
definitely
can
see.
And it was a lot shallower than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I liked how first baseman Kinley Mesh kind of went towards second and not both come back and collide. We've seen that from the right fielder and second base against Dutchtown, Santa here.
Lovell
and
is
say it's going to be hit by a pitch.
So Lovell is on at first base.
First hit by a pitch.
Yep.
On both sides.
It didn't catch her by much. Certainly it didn't hurt her, which is good.
I felt like it touched the turf before, but I'm up here.
So this will be Clements coming up, and we do have a courtesy runner. I didn't catch the number of our courtesy runner.
It's funny, Southside doesn't have it on the front.
Right.
It's only on their back. So, and then girls, long hair, braid it. Got to wait till turns all the way around or something.
Very late swing on that fastball for Clements. Strike one. I don't know that they're going to really test Rabelais. Rabelais' got a heck of an arm.
Mm-hmm.
And we're watching Dakota at shortstop kind of leaning towards second to cover just in case they get a wild hair and try to steal.
Yeah, definitely. Brooke has been somebody that has thrown from her knees, have gotten up, thrown people out. So you're going to get, you're not going to get a lot by Brooke Rabelais.
Foul back and scatter some
trying
sharks.
To tell her teammates to stop cheering or something. I don't know.
I'll cheer more.
Yeah.
Better get after it. I'll scatter the sharks around. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to the batter, Clements. If she's able to get on base, Saunier is on deck. We have 2 outs, as I mentioned. A little high, runs the count full. Two balls, 2 strikes.
Let's see. Called it, never.
Scoreboard says 3-2, but our scoreboard says 2-2, and I'm going to go with that.
Yeah, I like 3-2 better. Maybe still.
And it's still 2-2.
Let's see if call says anything.
Hey, they corrected it on the scoreboard. We're good. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and it is Clements staying alive at the batter's box.
That looks like number 5 or 6 out there. So I'm going to wait until a little bit more on first. I'm still looking.
It's not 5 because she's the pitcher.
Yeah. See, that's why I got you on my
now
side,
it's
Jim.
3-2.
We were predicting.
Yeah, right. Magic 8 ball got us to 3-2 quickly. Big pitch here for Decato. What can she do with it? She can drive it into shallow left, and she'll drop in for a base hit. Great job that time for Fontenot. Again, into that no man's land that we can't see, but you can see it on the replay, and it just was a...
It's just they're given, all of Santa outfielders are given that respect to where they have them to make that run up. And we're actually going to have a visit to the mound, first time for the Lady Gators tonight.
I'll put a little play on here, I bet you.
And that's Coach Darrell Landry making that walk to the circle to talk to the Lady Gators.
So 2 runners on with 2 outs. Again, we're in the top of the 6th inning. 4-2 is our score. A 2-0 lead to really start this ball game. Got 2-0 in the second, and then finally the Lady Gators got going in the third with 2 runs to tie it up, and then 1 run in each of the consecutive innings.
Ooh, I think this is my chance, Jimmy.
To what?
The center field camera is going to get this person at second for me. Her back.
Everybody else in the world has moved on, but I appreciate your efforts.
This is a mission, Jim.
Pulling for you, pal.
Yeah. You give me a job, I'm going to finish it for you.
And I appreciate that. Saunier at the plate.
I'm smart. It's number 6. I said it earlier.
Very good.
Yes. That is Honor Burley for Southside.
So Burley's your courtesy runner, and it was definitely worth the wait to find that out.
You know, I have to make your life a little suspenseful, Jimmy. If not, then you're just going to be here for 7 straight hours not smiling.
Always smile when I get to Santa Monica?
Yeah, why not?
1 ball, 1 strike, and 2 outs. Decato has gone the distance. Strike 2, a little foul tip caught. Played a little catcher in my day, and that is not an easy play for Rabelais, as that ball catches a little bit of the bat, alters its trajectory a little bit. Ball 2, a little high.
Also had to have a chance for her to, kind of go after it. You want the batter to make the mistake, so try it. Why not? Got the 2s up.
Foul back.
2, 2, and 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here at the top of the 6th.
Looping popper.
I mean, might as well go to Causey.
All 3 outs, and that retires the side as we head to the middle of the 6th inning. And it's time to take a look at what's coming up on the Rev Game of the Week.
I mean, just kind of looking at it, we've already seen that this next week, kind of to be determined and to be announced, the Division I non-select softball quarterfinal round, could be hosted at East Ascension, could be hosted at Santa Monica, depending on the winner tonight of Santa Monica and Southside, and then Dutchtown, same thing, possibly hosting, next round too. So it's just anything's up in the air. So continue to look at Rev's Game of the Week schedule coming tomorrow and Thursday and Friday for them to either play Friday or Saturday. Has to be played by the 26th, right? Is that what we saw earlier? So, yeah. So could be Friday or Saturday of this week.
And both the semis and the finals are played in Sulphur, correct?
Yep, at Fresh Park.
Great spot. There's a good look at the
Coach Amy Petrie and Coach Jay Brignac. Coach Jay Brignac is actually the coach for Lady Gators for first base when they are out at bat. It's been here for quite a while with Coach Amy and things like that. And as we can see, the softball state tournament at North Fresh Park, in Sulphur, and the semifinals and finals is May 1st and 2nd.
We have 4, 5, and 6 up to the plate. It's Brooke Rabelais, followed by Johnson and Decato here in the bottom. And that's a ground ball, a third base. Nice job for Fontenot to make the play and slip it over to Saunier. And Saunier has to stretch for it, but does make the grab and the out. 1 away. 5-3 goes that one, and it brings up Olivia Johnson. Johnson walked twice and struck out. She struck out in the 4th. Swung on a miss, strike 1.
Olivia needs something right here kind of to get her mindset and confidence up. You're winning right here, so it's not as much pressure. Breathe and just, make contact with the ball.
She does make contact, but slices it foul down the right field line and out of play. Not even you could have dove for that one. You'd have had to fly.
Yeah. Nope.
Supergirl.
Yeah, not anymore.
No? Now it's just Fallout Girl.
Yeah. It's 8:30, Jim. It's like,
I understand.
Get on my iPad, play my games.
Heck, man, it's spring break for you. You ought to be spry as a spring chicken.
iPad.
0-2 the count.
Games.
1 out here to Olivia Johnson. wisely takes this one in the pellets.
Yes, Jim.
It's hard to say.
Yeah.
Hard to say.
I feel like I've seen some come up, too, on that roll.
I'm going to say it's in the shag. This one's driven to left. Is it fair?
And it's fair.
It is. She'll have extra bases. She's going for 2, and she'll stay there with a double.
She needed that. She needed that after, saying, look on this replay, Simple ropes it, finds the line, and Clements has to go all the way down to the wall to get to it.
So she will be at first base, and we have one out still. Excuse me, second base.
Mm-hmm.
And it brings up Decato.
Yep, and courtesy runner out there for the Lady Gators, Devin Tanner.
Tanner back out there.
Mm-hmm.
Decato getting some instruction from Coach Petrie, kind of saying, hey, drive it, open that stance up, and let's drive it out there a little bit.
Yeah, the last one, she roped it straight over, but, you have J.C. Gray out there in center field, so maybe not towards center field. Decato.
Foul ball, foul.
Hey, she heard me. He wasn't towards center.
Yes. This game officially 2 hours old, 2 hours and 1 minute. Again, it was supposed to start at 5. Weather delayed us. This was low and can't do it, in the dirt. Can't do it.
It's still, that's a softball, baseball, way. You have to. You kind of have to.
Yeah. I mean, Decato looks for it, called strike. Man, somebody not pleased with that call.
Yeah. I think they're starting to get restless from getting here for 4 o'clock.
Good point. Although there was some pretty good communication with the fans. There was only a few of them that got here early like we did.
Yeah.
This one will be a looper. Scooped at shortstop. Throw to first to Saunier. Back to third. Did they get her? No, sir.
Nope. Gets
Slid
under the tag.
Yeah. Good play though for the shortstop Lacamus.
Yeah, Tanner actually kind of hesitates and goes back, but definitely gets underneath.
Well, it was hard to tell if it was an actual line, if it was a looping fly ball, or if it actually hit the turf first, which it did. It was a grounder. Technically, because it hit the ground first and then bounced high to Lacamus, who made the play. So it's 2 down.
And Kinley Trish up to bat for the Lady Gators.
So I don't necessarily blame Tanner on that one. But she still made it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she could have made it a little.
It's almost like as soon as you seen it get out, shortstop saying roll with it. But she kind of was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm going to go.
Ball inside and low. 3 balls, no strikes to the batter. This is Kinley Trish, your left fielder, sophomore. Trish has been pretty quiet at the plate.
Definitely had the watch signal on that one. You can see she just kind of sets her feet in and lifts the bat a little bit, but nothing to give her a little off. So definitely see her trying to swing on this one.
She's put the bat on the ball, but she's hit it right to people, and this was going to be another looping fly ball. It's going to be out of play, but caught by the second baseman, that being
Roy.
Thank you. And that will end the top of the 6th inning. We head to the bottom, check that. Let's try that again. We're going to head to the top of the 7th. The Lady Gators leading 4-2 back after this.
Hi, I'm Haley Leindecker with Action Therapy and Wellness in Gonzales, and I'm here to show you simple exercises to improve shoulder strength and thoracic mobility for all athletes. Resisted external rotation will strengthen your rotator cuff. Stand tall with your arms straight out and the elbow bent at 90 degrees. Keeping your elbow in place, rotate your arm outward against the resistance. For internal rotation, set up the same 90-90 arm position, but with the resistance anchored on the same side. Rotate your arm inward, bringing your hand towards the ground while keeping your elbow fixed. This is called open books and half kneeling. The resistance band is held forward with both hands. Rotate your upper body open to the side, pulling the band across while keeping your lower body stable. Action Therapy and Wellness specializes in physical therapy, sports therapy, occupational, and hand therapy. Just remember, no referrals needed. Give us a call today.
The Lady Gators are 3 outs away from advancing to the quarterfinals and hosting East Ascension on Friday or Saturday. The Lady Sharks coming up for their last gasp at possibly advancing as well. It'll be the 8 and 9 and back to the top of the order for this top of the 7th. Allie DeVille, followed by Annie Roy, and then Gina Lacamus will be your first 3 batters here in the top of the 7th inning.
Up to bat.
Again, so glad that you've joined us for this important playoff game between Santa Maria and Southside. A little bit low, ball 1. Telling you the key inning for Decato was that 4th inning when she went 1-2-3 with 2 strikeouts.
Yeah, it definitely proved a point to her teammates and herself. She's somebody that always is harder on herself, so definitely something that she's also going to have to overcome this inning. Don't think you already have it. You still have to face, a good bit of their team with Elena right here. And then probably seniors, that this coach is going to be putting up to kind of have, if this is the last inning, you're going to go out with, some of your best hitters. With Elena Lemoyne up to bat.
Oh, it sure is.
The flex.
Yep.
So that's what I'm saying. I mean, she changed it up. So Elena, a senior, then it looks like 2 different new ones are coming up in the batter's box. So be ready for us to scramble for names very quickly, okay?
Walks Elena Lemoyne. That's not how you want her to start.
And this is number 21 coming into the game, Daniela Doctor.
Up to bat, number 21, Daniela Doctor.
Well, that is a name I have never heard in my life. The last name of
Doctor. Yeah. That would probably be really cool if she gets her PhD, Dr. Doc.
Or your medical doctorate.
Yeah. Okay, that too, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, true.
Doctor?
Yeah, that's
Call him Doctor.
That's something I've always thought about recently because I do have my master's.
Thinking about that?
Yeah,
Doctor,
I have my master's,
and then
I'm always giggling at the fact of Dr. Coach Joe. That doesn't kind of sound too good though,
Don't talk about it, be about it.
Yeah, I kind of like Master Coach Joe a little bit better.
Here we go.
So Danielle Doctor right here.
Squares to bunt, misses it. Strike 1.
And just coming in hot, the final from Dutchtown, 7-1 over Central.
So Dutchtown continues their winning ways, and they will be in the quarters. Expect them to be hosting.
Mm-hmm.
One and 1. Doctor is only a sophomore, so a little more experience, but not a ton. Called strike 2 right down the pipe. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
That you have a junior in the circle for Sanama with Braley Decato that pitched in the state finals last year for the Lady Gators.
Foul back. Good cut that time for Danielle.
And then add a little more, pitched the entire game in the state championship game. So you have somebody up there that has been in that big crowd, that big situation against a sophomore. You know, you're always going to go ahead, but Danielle right here, doctor, is fighting, staying alive, like the Bee Gees would say, Jim.
Definitely. A little high.
Very smart to lay off of that one.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Danielle Doctor. Into the ball game here in the top of the 7th inning. The Lady Gators 3 outs away from advancing, but they still got some work to do. Called strike 3! And that is double-digit strikeouts now for Decato.
And it looks like we're going back up to the top of the lineup with Jenna Lacamus. And she has been hot for Southside all night long.
She's got a single, a double, scored 2 runs, and then grounded back to the pitcher. This one will be a slapper, and it is fair. And so she does her job and gets on base and advances the runner. So she has 3 hits in the game tonight.
She's just on fire. The slap right here, she's just finding the ball very easily and just putting her hands in the barrel of the bat right into each pitch that she takes. And then you have senior right here, JC Gray, coming in, phenomenal center fielder that we've seen tonight. 2 diving plays, Sports Center top worthy, and then here she is with 1 out, runners at first and second.
But she has been quiet at the plate. She walked and was stranded at third in the first inning. She struck out in the 3rd inning and then flew out to left field in the 5th. Trying to get a few more. Oh, we're going to have a pitching change. No, we're not. I don't think.
I think this is just a little
chat.
Powwow from Coach Petrie. Just simple. She wants to show her team right here. You got a runner at first and second. You kind of have to be able to keep the ball in front. Don't let these 2. I mean, the tying run is right here at first. The winning run is right here up at the plate. So I know her. She's just going up to her team, telling them to keep the ball in front. If it gets behind you, you're going for home. You know, on anything, outfielders, shoot home, things like that. But just kind of play this. This has been Sanama's game since the 3rd inning, I would say. And you have 1 out, pop up, find, third, find second, get the runner out. Sanama is not a kind of has been somebody that has won in the last inning like this before. To Sanama to get to Sulphur last year, that's what center fielder Mackenzie Ellisar threw in and threw the girl out from center field and got it home.
Called strike 2 on the inside corner. I would also imagine that she reminded Decato that, you don't have to strike them out, although it would be nice if you did.
Yeah.
But don't feel like you got to get in there and just throw heat.
Absolutely.
This is fouled back, so stays alive, 0-2. But you're right. I think she did remind the defense, like, look, man, no matter what, guys.
Yeah, just keep it in front.
Get away from us.
Because even, let's say, a single can score this run at third, it's 4-3. Keep that runner at second.
Right.
You still did your job. You know what I mean? Just if it gets past you, just find home plate.
0-2, and this off-speed pitch, nicely gloved by
Coach Landry.
Coach Landry there, trying to write some things down and had to get up quickly to.
The dad in him came out. He had to protect his team behind, too.
I appreciate that, but I think he protected his face.
That, too.
This one, a hard swing, but popped out. Just got a little bit under it. And again, if it hadn't been for Easter on Sunday, we would think those are Easter eggs out there. There's so many of them.
Yeah. That was a good one, Joe. That really was, man.
I'm struggling here at 8:45.
Yeah, so 0-2 count, 1 out, runner at first and second for here, senior J.C. Gray.
Got her!
And Brady Decato gets her right there. High one.
Hand it to the pitcher, but you also got to hand it to Rabelais for making the catch. So that's number 11. 157 strikeouts on the season now. She came in with 146. Brings up Kobe Lamb.
Number 8, Kobe Lamb.
1 out away from advancing to the quarterfinals. Little outside and high.
Got to have those. I mean, you don't want to come with a straight fastball. Kobe Lamb is somebody, a senior. She wants to be the hero, so she's going to be swinging this bat. So make her make the mistakes right here.
She has 2 ground outs and a strikeout. Good framing for Rabelais, but it was still outside.
Yeah. Maybe some pebbles came up too, but it was slow. It was low. It wasn't low for pebbles. I was just saying it's low.
I understand.
You know, the dirt.
0-2 to Lamb. Ooh, she got around on that one just a little early on it. And
that
drove
is in the center field of the baseball.
Yes, it was definitely early on the swing.
Yeah. So 2-1 now.
If she straightens that out,
that would have been a killer.
It would have been a tough one.
And I don't know if you heard the sound of the bat. That was beautiful. That was right on the moneymaker of the bat. I mean, that was, she finds that, it's out.
Another one popped up. Possible play for the first baseman, and she got it! And the Lady Gators are heading to the quarterfinals. They will host East Ascension. The final score, 4-2. Let's watch this one on the replay.
Kenley goes into the visitors' dugout and says, "Excuse me," and gets it.
Well, it started off shaky, but the Lady Gators came back and did everything they needed to do to win 4-2 here against a very good Southside squad.
Yeah, Southside came. I mean, that first inning, you know, they young, as we were saying, you know, with their 5 seniors, but only 3 were at the top of the lineup, and then the rest freshmen, then that junior, you know, that's a testament of how the season was for Southside. You had freshmen step up into, you know, those roles and things like that. So awesome job by Southside for coming to Sanoma and, you know, kind of sending something, you know, better than last year. They lost last year to Sanoma in the semifinals 8-3 to now 4-2. They're still improving each and every single year.
Without question. So you need to be paying attention to REV, our social media, REV Sports 1. We will have the Sanoma East Ascension game, whether it be Friday or Saturday. We'll bring it to you live on the REV Game of the Week. That is going to do it for us. We want to thank our great camera crew, of course, Courtney Lawrence, Zane Chapoy, and Anna Grace Votro, and our technical director tonight, Priya Singleton, our regular director, Andre Chapoy, our executive producer, Lyle Boudreau, back in Master Control. We want to thank both schools, Sanoma and Southside, for all the hospitality and help in preparing for this softball game. And, of course, we want to thank you for watching. For Joleigh Hartman, myself, Jimmy Frederick, that's going to do it for us from Clark Lambert Field.
It's
here
okay.
I'm going to get out of here.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody. It's Sanoma 4-2 over Southside.